everyone, let's just start it on our journey.
Hi everyone, my name is Arini and my ID number is 2401002. Wait a minute, where are my friends?
Hi Arin, I'm here. Hi everyone, my name is Nela Sofia Haryanto and my ID number is 2403652.
Hi Nai, where are Ama and Nuri?
Arin, I'm here. Wait a second. Hi everyone, my name is Nuria Zahara and my ID number is 2404359.
Oh, where's Ama?
I'm here, friends. Hi everyone, my name is Rahma Afia and my ID number is 2404240.
Enjoy the video!
Hi guys! Hi! What are you thinking about? Is there something that caught your attention?
We're just thinking about the swing. It's like can go back and forth like that.
That's right. It took so long for stop, and it's really organized, right?
Yeah.
It's good that you can pay attention to that. It's called swing motion. It's an example of pendulum. Pendulum? What is that?
In science, a swing is like a pendulum. Pendulum is an object that is suspended and can move back and forth due to the force of gravity. Well, swings are like that too.
Gravity, like what makes the apple fall?
Yes, gravity is the force that pulls everything down. When you push the swing, it goes up a bit and then because of gravity, it's pulled back to its starting position. But because it still has energy, it keeps moving to the other side. And that happens over and over again until the energy runs out.
So, if there was no friction, the swing would stop.
That's right! If there was no friction between the air and the perfect drop, the swing could keep moving forever. But in the real world, there's always friction, so the motion gets smaller and smaller and eventually stops moving forever.
That's right, the back and forth motion is called oscillation and the time taken for one full swing is called the period.
Period. Can you explain further what a period is?
The period is the time taken by a pendulum to make one full swing to move from one point to the opposite side and then back again. Opposite side and then back to the original point. For example, imagine a pendulum or swing that is initially in the right position. When realized, it will move to the left due to the force of gravity and then keep going until it reaches the farthest point on the left. After that, the swing will return to the right side where it started. Now, the time it takes to complete the entire journey from right to left, then back to right is called a period. It's referred to as one period.
You know, if you look, the length of the swing rope greatly affects the speed of the movement. The longer the rope, the longer it takes for one full swing. This means that the swing will move more slowly. On the other hand, if the rope is shorter, the time taken for one swing is shorter and the swing moves faster. So, it can be concluded the longer the rope of the swing, the slower it moves, and the shorter the rope, the faster it moves.
It turns out that the swing has something to do with physics, right? I thought it was just an ordinary toy.
It's like the swing. What else is like?
Yeah, the old pendulum clock is one of them. In fact,
Before digital technology existed, pendulum were used as one of the most accurate ways to measure time. Inside the pendulum clock, there is a long metal pendulum that swings regularly left and right. The oscillating motion of the pendulum is the basic for counting seconds, minutes, and even hours. Before the movement is very consistent and stable as long as it is not disturbed by external factors such as temperature or friction, the pendulum can be used to maintain timekeeping. Hence, in the early days, of mechanical clocks, scientists and watchmakers relied heavily on the pendulum as the main component. Its swing that the pendulum made represented a specific unit of time, and it was connected to a gear that moved the hand of the clock.
A pendulum is an object that is suspended and can swing back and forth. In pendulum clocks, the pendulum is used to set the time. The regular swinging motion of the pendulum is used to measure the second on the clock. The longer the pendulum string, the slower it swings. So, the length of the pendulum is adjusted to keep the time accurate.
Very cool! It turns out that simple things can hold the physics concept.
Well, the swing in the park is also a pendulum. When a person sits on a swing and it moves back and forth, it is just like an oscillating pendulum. The length of the swing rope affects how fast the swing moves. If the rope is shortened, the swing will move faster. Conversely, if the rope is long, the movement is slower.
Wow, it's amazing. Besides the swing and pendulum clock, I know there's other related to pendulum.
Of course, there are so many devices that utilize the pendulum principle, not just swing or pendulum clocks. For example, an earthquake detector or seismograph work on the principle of pendulum motion too. When there is a vibration in the earth, the pendulum inside the device will remain stationary due to inertia, while the earth and the device around it move. The difference in motion is then recorded as seismic wave. In addition, pendulum are also used in experiments to measure the Earth's gravitational acceleration. By precisely measure the swing period and the length of the pendulum string, we can calculate the value of gravity and a place quite accurately. In fact, in the old days before GPS or modern compass, sailors and scientists used pendulum-based navigation tools to maintain balance and direction while on a ship. The pendulum helped them understand the motion of the ship due to the waves and determine the direction more stably. So you could say the pendulum has a huge role in the development of science and technology, especially in the past, even though its principles are still used in various fields, including education and basic physics experiments.
Oh wow! From just a swing, we can learn about time, gravity, and even science rules.
The movements are simple, but it turns out they can have that many benefits.
From the story, a simple moment to lead a deeper understanding. What looked like a swing to learn about physics.
The swing and the pendulum clock both move in a pattern called simple harmonic motion. This type of motion is caused by a restoring force, gravity that pulls to the object to its equilibrium point.
In our experiment, we observe how the time took for one complete swing. But it's not affected by the mass. It's affected by the length of pendulum and acceleration gravity.
This relationship is expressed in the equation T equals 2 pi square root of L divided by G, where T is the period, L is the length of the string, and G is gravitational acceleration. The longer the string, the longer the period. This formula helps us understand the rhythm of natural motion.
The pendulums once used in a clock to measure time still teaches us about precision, regularity, and the beauty of consistent motion.